If you're looking to make money online by flipping or reselling items on OfferUp, please stay tuned for this entire video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 hacks that I use to find the best items to flip or resell on the OfferUp app. Just to introduce yourself, my name is Danny, aka Unreal Prices, and I have sold over 350 items within the OfferUp app. I'm going to show my profile right over here so that way you guys can take a look that I have a good reputation within the platform, and I want to show you guys my tips and tricks. So the first hack that I have for you guys is to focus on local deals right now. Don't try to buy any items with shipping. And actually on your OfferUp app, if you go over here, you have to make sure that when you're putting the settings on the search bar, you want to make sure that the settings say local pickup only. We don't want to buy any items with shipping because usually the best deals are even found on the OfferUp app. People posting in your same community. You don't even have to find the best deals online. Then if you ship it, it's going to take a week for the product to get there instead of picking it up the same day, and then we have the items in our possession. The second hack that I have for you guys is to always negotiate. Unless the price is firm, you guys need to start negotiating on your listings. Try to get the best deal possible. If we want to resell and flip items, we're trying to make as much profit as possible and treat it at the end of the day like a marketplace. OfferUp, at the end of the day, it's a buy and sell marketplace. And garage sales, all the time, people always negotiate on the price. And that's the way you have to have the same mindset and transfer it over to the OfferUp platform. So that way you're able to make the most profit. So keep that in mind when you're trying to make the most money as possible. You have to negotiate and try to negotiate a fair price. We don't want to lowball either, but we want to offer a fair price so it works for us as the buyer and then also for the seller as well. Hack number 3 is to understand your market. What I mean by understand your market, I simply mean, understand what's the area, what people are buying, what people might be interested in. So for example, it's winter right now in the South Florida area. But if it's winter in the New York area, I'm not going to focus on buying, let's just say, patio furniture. But patio furniture over here in South Florida typically sells pretty well throughout the whole year because of the weather. But anywhere else in the US around this time, it's probably not a good buy. So that's why it's important to understand your market and understand what people are buying in your market. So that way, we're not trying to buy and resell items that people are not interested in, and then you guys are stuck with those items, or it just might take longer to get them sold. So the fourth and probably the most important hack that I have for you guys is to find your niche. What I mean by finding your niche, understand the item that you're going to go for and look at the prices in your market for them. That's what I meant by number 3 is to understand your market. And when you understand your market, you can find your niche in that market. Let's just say for patio furniture would typically sell better in the South Florida area versus the New York area. And I'm actually going to put the actual listing over here in South Florida and also in New York as well. So you guys could see the difference of pricing just because, the area that you're in. And that's why it's so important to find a niche. Let's just say if it's a patio furniture, or if you're going to do electronics, or if you're going to focus on a different item that you could be interested in and to understand, that's where you're going to have the most success and the most profits. And lastly, for tip number 5 is to talk with multiple sellers. We want to talk to multiple people. Even though it's the same listing, we can get the best price just by talking to different people. And usually people might have it listed higher, but when we negotiate it, if we use hack number 2 for hack number 5, we can lower that price and actually get the best deal possible. So let's just say if someone has something for $200 and the other guy has it for $250, but you're able to bring it down to $150 just because that seller might be desperate in selling it. You just got a better deal just by negotiating. So that's why it's so important to speak with multiple sellers and to try to get the best deal possible. Before I end the video, I just want to mention 2 takeaways. The first one being is to always make sure that the item's condition is the same way that's on the description and also on the picture. So when you go for that meetup, you have no issues. You're able to make that purchase because OfferUp has a no refund policy. So let's just say if the item's broken, you're not going to get that money back. The second one being is going to be to always do business with reputable sellers. You want to make sure these sellers they have profiles with reviews. You don't want to usually do business with those bot accounts that make their account, they try to scam people. You always want to make sure you're doing business at public locations. If you have a family member or friend that can go with you, that's always ideal. But to always just to keep your safety in mind. But with that being said, I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm hoping you're able to make as much money as possible with this side hustle. And I hope you guys have a great day.